Welcome everybody. Let's jump into game number 2 of today's tournament. Samuel says it's looking good for him. Awesome. Happy to hear it. I hope it continues looking good. If you know what I'm saying, At the top right of Yonsu Ladder Edition is going to be Kozan. Kozan, unfortunately, lost last game as he attempted the obscure, the obscene, the classic Ghost Academy rush, which he found out later was actually an accident. At the bottom left, it's going to be Anwis, our blue Terran player, jumping into another TVT. How rare do we get to see TVTs these days? How rare do we get to see Terran in general these days? Both of these players, powerful Terran players, which makes it a huge pleasure to watch them show us just what Terran is capable of. Last game, a little bit silly. Clearly did put Kozan a little behind in a few regards. We'll see what these players want to whip out today. Thank you very much, Samuel. Appreciate the feedback very much. Oh, buddy. These guys are clearly stream cheating because they're building the exact same things at the exact same moment at like before 2 minutes into the game. Just throwing that out there. Now not similar. Actually, we're going to see just about the same scouts on both these players. Actually, but Kozan's a little bit faster. Probably won't matter too much. What we want to look at are these gases and what building do we build next after this racks. We could build a command center. We could build a factory. There's a lot of options out there. Shout out to Anwis. Kid is 12 years old. So is Anwis 12 years old? I had no idea. I assumed he was a little older. That's fantastic. Shout out to Anwis for being 12 years old. Good job. Good job. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, we got a scout going on for both of these players here. No second gas being scouted. No first gas being scouted from Anwis. Anwis isn't going to see a first gas, initial gas, and oh, come on. Give me an engineering bay. Give me a command center in his natural. Give me something good. BCN Rage just got work. Congratulations. It's always good to get work. Oh, I wanted to see an engineering bay there so badly, but this is going to be a command center first from Kozan. Now, Anwis is getting a reputation in my mind as being quite a macro player, I must say. And so, I would be a little surprised to see Anwis trying to punish this with some kind of one base or very SCV light 2 base all in. I honestly would be a little surprised. But I think it would be good if he, I think it would be surprising to Kozan as well if he switched it up and did something oh so crazy just like that. But we are going to see a factory following up as well as no command center yet. Uh-oh. We do have a command center just about halfway done over here. 4 Marines total here. Those Marines are going to feel a lot safer once that bunker is completed here. And double gas is going down at the main. 2 more Raxes will supplement that 1 Rax, and we'll give this guy from xSaga Kozan a lot more army to defend whatever Anwis wants to throw at him. Still no expansion going down, and now Kozan doesn't know this quite yet. He's actually hasn't really been able to scout yet. We'll see if he chooses a good timing to take this SCV off of the watchtower and to check out what's going down. I feel like he's not going to scout that there's no natural. I feel like he's just going to assume. We're going to find out the hard way here. No bunker being built quite yet here as 1 tech lab going down, and these Raxes have got 1 job, and that's Marine production. On the other end of the world, we've got 1 bunker completed, which is going to defend the main ramp. And what do we got back here? We got double gases, we got saturation, we got more probes coming out for both of these players. 1 Rax, 1 big scan going down is going to be see the Rax with the tech lab. It's going to be able to see the factory with the tech lab. I'm in reactor. The starport with the tech lab as well. But he doesn't really know that there's no expansion going down here. And these Marines taking the second tower by Anwis. It's going to push this SCV away from ever knowing that there's no natural here. And is this going to pay off? It's going to be soon enough. with the first tank coming out here. This tank is rallied over here, and everyone's moving on over for the party here. Kozan is gonna have to sit tight here if he wants to defend this. Now, keep in mind these tanks, they got the siege mode. They're ready for it. Second tank just about to pop out, as well as a Banshee. More and more Marines with that reactor means double Marine production here. And he's going around because he knows that these rocks are destructible. Right now, for defense here, we've got a healthy little chunk of Marines by Kozan. We do have 3 racks production now, but it did take some precious time to get those reactors and those tech labs on there as well. It also took some precious time for Anwis to get his reactor tech lab on his barracks factory starport. A lot of Marines here, actually. Both of these players aren't going to have any medevacs. This is going to be really scary. Off work. Oh, off work. Congratulations. I know. I knew what you meant. I was just joking. I was just joking with you. Alright. We got this slow push coming here from these tanks right now. And what do we have to respond to these tanks? Kozan has got a tank of his own on the way here, getting the double cancellation because he doesn't want a tech lab or a factory. He wants some Vikings right here, right now, to deal with that. To deal with this pesky Reaper. I mean, Banshee. Uh-oh, this is looking far too powerful here, and the natural force to escape. It looks like the command center actually wants a piece of this action as it's moving towards the enemy opponent as well. The ground troops looking small, but Kozan's ground troops are also looking equally as small. 3 tanks still on the field, and when it comes to bio balls versus bio balls, this tank count is also important here. This Viking is going to be able to take out the Banshee, but that he did his job. But Anwis taking that win nonetheless.